Morning everyone, Andrea here, owner and senior podiatrist at AC Podiatry. Very much a winter's day here in Adelaide, and obviously Claire yesterday was super chilly as well. Guys, what I want to talk to you about today is something obviously being cold and wintry, and in Claire obviously we're getting a lot of chills and frosts, is chilblains, okay? So chilblains are something that we generally see a lot more in winter because of the fact that they're, as a rule, tied to circulation, and as we know, when things get cold, our feet, our fingers, circulation tends to drop off. So what I want to do today in a sec is give you basically 3 simple tips that you can do to avoid getting chilblains, or if you have them, to sort them out and get them sorted and removed. But I guess the big thing is, well, what are they first? The interesting thing about chilblains is nobody actually knows to a large degree what they are. They generally come up as itchy, purpley, red-coloured type lesions on the skin, on the toes and the fingers. If left untreated, they can become infected and ulcerate. But they are really, really annoying, and generally a combination of pressure, so that is direct pressure with cold weather. Hey, thanks for watching. Type down, say hi, let me know you're watching. So basically pressure with cold weather will generally aggravate or drive chilblains. So if we're looking at the 3 tips, what can we do to avoid chilblains? We want to avoid anything that's going to cause sudden or extreme changes in temperature or blood being pushed out of an area. So the number one thing we see is people who tend to leave their shoes outside overnight. So in Clare, we're seeing obviously farmers leaving the stuff or house shoes or boot shoes outside and then going outside, putting them on from a warm house. That's no good because what you get is a very cold shoe. You put your warm foot in the cold shoe, sudden change in temperature, coupled with the pressure from the cold shoe against the skin. And what we get is a blanching of the skin. And this repetitive blanching of the skin with the cold pressure will actually cause vasoconstriction, or the blood vessels actually shrinking, and that will actually lead to chilblains. So the first tip I'm going to give you is, if you are someone who leaves their shoes in their cold laundry or leaves them outside, stop doing it. Bring them inside, keep the temperature of the shoe warm, and then when you put it on, you're going to significantly reduce the problem around chilblains. And to that end, tight shoes as well. The tighter the shoes, the more pressure from the shoe, especially when cold, is going to be problematic. So that's the first one. The second one, believe it or not, is electric blankets, okay? We all love our electric blanket. Electric blanket is something that I really enjoy. But if you've got vascular problems, if you've got issues with blood supply or circulation to the feet, moving from a cold floor, especially if you've got a tiled or hardwood floor, or you've been sitting and watching television, and then jumping into your bed with a warm electric blanket, what you get is a sudden vasodilation. So the blood flow, the blood vessels just open. And what we do know is, whether it's a movement from very cold to very warm, or from very warm, such as having our feet in a warm bed onto a cold floor, or having our feet from being in front of the fire and the heater and then putting down on the cold floor, that is something that will really, really drive and aggravate and cause chilblains, okay? So if you're getting chilblains and you've got an electric blanket, maybe stop using it for a week and see how you go. Chances are you're going to find that will actually drop it off, and your chilblain will disappear. So we've spoken about footwear outside and making sure your feet are reasonably warm, and avoiding sudden changes in extremes. So electric blankets with your feet too close to the heater and then moving to a cold surface. But what actually happens if you've got one right now and it's active and it's aggravating? What can you do to manage it? I'm going to give you 2 tips. I know I said 4, but I'm going to throw in a bonus one, okay? The first one is Hydroid cream. It's a bruising cream, okay? You use it if you get a bruise, you can get it from the pharmacy. And actually what you do is, by applying that to chilblains, what you're actually going to do is cause some vasodilation. You're actually going to cause the blood vessels to open up, which is actually going to have the effect of improving circulation to the area. And by doing that, you'll find that over a 2, 3, 4 day period, the really itchy, aggravating chilblain that you've got will disappear, okay? The second tip is, I'm going to give the name of a dressing. It's copyright, of course, but it's Opsite, okay? O-P-S-I-T-E. It looks like a second skin. You can get it again from the pharmacy. We stock it and can get some for you too if you like. But basically what Opsite does, being very, very thin and very fine, it's a waterproof dressing, it's clear. Think Glad Wrap really. But what you can do is you can wrap, or just gently wrap or place that over the area where you have a chilblain. And the interesting thing about that is, it protects the toe from the sudden changes on temperature. So you wouldn't wind it really hard to blanch the toe, but gentle opsite wrap over the toe will help regulate the temperature of that toe. And remember what I said earlier, is the changes in temperature. It's going from hot to cold or cold to hot that seems to really be the thing that precipitates or aggravates chilblains. So if you can keep the toe warm or at a more stable temperature, avoiding those extremes, using opsite, if you've got an active chilblain, it'll help you within 2-3 days. And if you're someone who struggles with it, actually doing an opsite wrap as a preventative can actually help as well. So just to recap the 3 things, avoid extremes, okay? So electric blankets, feet near your hot fire, and then moving to a cold surface. Even moving from a warm shower or a warm bath onto a cold bathroom floor can be enough to aggravate a chilblain. Bring your shoes inside. Don't leave them outside, and make sure they're not tight, okay? Hey Geordie, how are you? Say hi, type something down for me. So what you're going to find is that with the shoes being cold outside, that pressure is going to aggravate. And then if you do have a chilblain, look at your Hiradoid cream, look at your opsite wraps. How are you, mate? Thanks for saying hi. And using those 2 things to manage a chilblain will generally keep you, will fix it and stop that itch and burn and aggravation that they cause. So I hope you've learned something. I'm going to obviously get moving because I've got patients to see. Please, if you know anybody who's got chilblains, your mum, dad, if they're a little bit older, or kids tend to get them, or if you just got poor circulation and suffer with them, tag them in, like, share, spread the word. And please, guys, if there's anything you want me to talk about or you want us to talk about, please let us know. As I said, we're always here to serve you guys, help you guys live your life to your full potential. You don't need painful feet. Life is hard enough. Anything we can do to help you, please let us know. But I'll see you later in the week. I've got another thing I want to talk to you guys about, but I'll see you then. All right, gang. Catch you later. Have a great one. Ciao.